Welcome everyone to this exciting live session. Today we have the privilege of hosting a truly inspiring leader, Mr. Vinay Kumar, a renowned HR strategist, transformational leader, and best-selling author. So with over 35 years of experience of global HR, he has played a pivotal role in driving organizational excellence and people-first strategies across industries like manufacturing, IT, pharma, power, and EPC. Lot, I must say. He's also the founder and CEO of Reinvent Systems, a Bangalore based corporate learning company that delivers high impact leadership programs and consulting solutions to industry giants like Tata Group, Toyota, BHEL, and many more leading companies are joining them. Mr. Kumar's expertise in cultural transformation, leadership developments, and operational excellence makes him the perfect guest to share invaluable insights on the future of work and workplace innovations, which we really are lacking of today. We go for an interview, we get a job, but till we don't have that hands-on experience, we don't know what is the environment going to be or how are we going to do it. And Mr. Vinay Kumar definitely has so many years of experience, which he's going to share with us through his knowledge of years he spent in this industry. So stay tuned and let's dive deep into this journey and his wisdom. So let's welcome Vinay Kumar, sir.
Thank you, Sarah, for your
Good afternoon,
inspiring.
sir.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Uh, I'm so happy to hear that inspiring words, and
You will.
and it is so thoughtful of you to provide me an opportunity to attend this such kind of sessions. Okay.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure to have you with me and give your time to me to, share this knowledge with youngsters like us who are lacking of this.
Yes, I would be happy to share whatever I have experienced through my
Sure.
career. Yeah.
So, sir, with over this 35 years of HR leadership experience, how have you seen the role of HR involved in shaping organizational success?
Well, it's a good question. See, actually, HR has a long evolution. Initially, when I started my career during the initial days, it was all about hiring people, then just compliance aspects, and then the payroll. This is the
Mhm.
main aspect of HR. Okay.
Mhm.
Now, the scenario has changed completely.
Yeah.
HR is all about transformation. HR is all about leadership strategies,
Mhm.
developing leadership strategies, equipping people, and see that whatever is the organizational goal,
Mhm.
people's work should be aligned to the organizational goal. So
Mhm.
it encompasses a lot of the ancient or older models, and
Okay.
HR has a very high impact work scenario now.
Hmm.
And from my experience, I would say
Hmm.
gone are the days when the production and process was dominating, and
Hmm.
now there is a paradigm shift. The entire focus is on people first approach. So,
Hmm.
organizations that thrive, organizations that excel,
Hmm.
have a philosophy of people first approach. Unless you develop your people and put people in the forefront, you won't be able to sustain in the long run. So
Got it.
that is a main change that is happened now.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but I just have one doubt. Now, when you
Yeah.
tell about HR, now if you see many industries these days, now suppose when you talk about accounts, now what accounts were there previously in my dad's time? He had big books, where he used to write everything and all that. And now we have Tally, and then again we have some other softwares, all
Yes.
integrated ones. So, do
Yes.
you think the same way, digital wise, is there any change in the role to HRs also? Is the work become a little more comfortable for them?
Yes. It is all about digitalization. It is all
Mm-hmm.
about agility. It is all about faster decision making.
Hmm.
So,
So you feel
go,
little jealous that in your generation you had to be with the olden style, and now HR, it's for them the work is very easy, sir.
yeah, of course, with my varied experience in six industries heading
Hmm.
HR,
Hmm.
uh, of course we update.
Yeah.
whenever it is required.
Hmm.
And but only thing is disconnect should not be there with the people. When more digitalization come, there's a
Hmm.
tendency to you have everything in your fingertips in terms of reports, graphs, everything.
Yes.
So you have all the dashboards, all the scorecards, everything is
Hmm.
there in front of you.
Yeah.
But there is something very, very important aspect, heart to heart. HR should
Hmm.
have that human approach. That should not be diluted.
Right.
So on one side, you have faster, agile workforce,
Hmm.
future-ready workforce, and one side, you should not lose the personal touch with the people, the human
Absolutely.
element with the people. So that is very,
Absolutely.
very important. Yeah,
Yes, that's what, as I mentioned in the earlier thing, like, nowadays we are very much, attached with the YouTube reels, shorts, YouTube shorts, Instagram reels. We sit in a family of 10 or 15 also, but we are only with our mobile phones. So we are losing that human touch, and
yes,
we are lacking of that. In fact,
yes,
that is
yes,
the worst thing which is happening these days, because
exactly,
nothing comes with certificates. Like, experience comes only with when we hear from people like you, who have gone through all that phase and now come to this stage, and seeing all the things in a different way, and it's a good learning for us.
exactly. So HR, see, the most important thing is that what is the organizational requirement and
Hmm.
what is the skill sets of your people, what is the mindset of your people,
Hmm.
everything should be aligned.
Right.
Everything should be aligned. It is easy
True.
to say, but it is a very, very transformative journey, step by step, phased
Hmm.
manner. The entire, my advice to the HR team is also to learn the business first. Learn the
Hmm.
business first, then make the people understand the business and make the people do justice to what they do. It is not
True.
about spending 8 hours in a company, then your payroll, month and you
Yes.
get salary or anything. Gone are those days. It is all
Yes.
about creating value addition. So people
Right.
are nowadays newer generation of people look forward to work with such companies where there is a thriving atmosphere which
Right.
will inspire them to work, perform, and contribute.
It has
Yeah,
to be a fun learning. It has to not be a very like, not like not old schools.
exactly,
It has to be
exactly,
that. And second
exactly.
point, what I feel, I don't come from a very big corporate background like how you are. Yes, I do. I have worked with some corporates and had little experiences with them. I just follow one rule, sir. When I join any company, because I'm a digital marketer, so when I join any company, I take that company as my company and then I work with them, because
Okay.
then I can feel the pains. I can feel, what they are going through, or what they want to achieve, where they want to reach, why they started this. It gives you a little, like, as you said, that human connection, that builds up.
Yes.
If you just
Yes.
work, it has a, 9 to 5 job you have got, and you just work. So it really doesn't work.
Okay.
I'm very excited to ask about your second thing, after knowing about this, your book. So I am not able to stop myself on jumping to that question. How did this thing come up, building human, centric workplace? Then you received the great recognition. What inspired you to write? What is the key message? Like, I first want to know, what was the inspiration behind this? How did you come up with this?
Yeah, it is pretty simple, Sarah. Actually, the companies I work and the companies where now are, there is a transformation, as I mentioned to you.
Hmm.
So, what inspired me to write this book is that the many a times I have seen in some industries, I worked in 6 different industries.
Mhm.
Uh, there were earlier times they were putting more importance on people, not people, the processes and the product, the productivity of the company. Okay.
Hmm.
But the people often get sidetracked. This is something I have noticed because people are supposed to do the work. There is a power, there is a command, and
Hmm.
they do the work, they go in a routine fashion. But often they fail to buy the mindset of the people. They get in, people are failing to get involved in their work. They are doing for working for salary. Some companies are
Mhm.
like that. Not all, very few
Mhm.
companies, they are
Mhm.
profit oriented. The people have a second uh, importance only. So
Mhm.
this motivated me, this inspired
Okay.
me to make something what I have experienced in my whole career, to put it
Mhm.
in black and white and guide the leadership or the HR team to
Mhm.
follow those practices.
Mhm.
Okay, it is all about when you put people in the forefront. If you see management, what
Yeah.
precedes the word management is man, that is
Yes.
people, the three-letter
Yes.
word. So man is more important. Man, I mean women also. So
Yes.
it is all about giving importance to the people, then rest assured. If
Mhm.
you take care of them well, if you manage their, if you are able to anticipate their requirements.
Mhm.
Okay, there are in any organization there is something called unheard ethos. Unheard ethos is something I will tell you. It is
Mhm.
not about people come and express every time to you. Some people don't express every time what they
Yeah.
require. But as a good leader, you should be able to sense what is in their mind, what they are missing, what is
Mhm.
motivating them, what is demotivating them, what should be
Mhm.
done proactively so they stay with the company, so they involve in your decision making process. They make the
Mhm.
company, they they consider the company as your family. So these are
Got it.
something as a leader, if you are a true leader, you are able
Mhm.
to sense it, proactively sense it. So if you are
Mhm.
able to proactively sense and do corrective actions or preventive actions, I would say,
Mhm.
then entire thing will be smooth for you. There won't be
Got
any conflicts. There won't be any, no, I would say people becoming upset or people becoming suppressed, depressed,
Yes.
or oppressed. So nothing of this sort will happen. If you're a
Mhm.
true leader, you should be able to walk the talk. What you preach, you should be
Mhm.
able to practice.
Correct.
Yeah,
That is very
that is most
important.
important. Yeah.
So you feel so this like very good insights and very good points you have mentioned in this discussion, and so you feel the role of all this understanding is has to come from the HR, right?
I won't say HR, I would say
Mm.
that the leadership team. HR
Okay.
is part of the leadership team.
Okay.
See, the culture of an organization,
Mm.
see, it starts from the top.
Mm.
So the top layer of the people, including HR, should
Mm.
be able to what they expect from the people. They should be
Mm.
able to practice personally. They
Mm.
should be able to practice what they
Mm.
expect from the team members.
Yeah.
It is not like that team members should be strictly fall in line and I do what I want. That will
Mm.
not work. So you have to be a role model. You have to be a role model. You have to
Mm-hmm.
walk the talk. You have to walk the talk. Then
Mm.
people will, there is authenticity in what you say, and there
Mm.
is some buy-in from the people of what you preach and what you
Mm-hmm.
want them to do. So it is that you be the model, you be the role model, and
Mm.
you demonstrate what you expect from the people.
People.
So naturally people will follow that. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, of course, like a lot of wisdom and lot of knowledge we are gaining from this session today. A lot of more learnings, and after hearing all this, we feel that yes, we need to know a lot more, and there's a lot more to learn from this industry on how you can, do it. And I think you have a company called as Reinvent Systems. So
Yes,
you work
correct.
with the industry giants like Tata Group, BHEL, Toyota. I think a lot of this leading brands you are associated with. So what are your biggest challenges the organizations is facing today in leadership and workforce development? What is that they are lacking?
Yeah, it is a pretty tricky question, but I would say I would try to do justice to that. Yeah,
Yes,
see,
I'm
all
sure
these
you can do it.
companies,
That's the reason I
yeah,
asked you.
yeah. All these companies, they are very highly progressive companies, with, where they are very proactive in their approach, and they are very keen to develop their people, and their
Mhm.
even their leadership, their people, everything
Mm.
is adapting to the new situation. There's
Mm.
no doubt about that. But often we find maybe through the association with us, we should be also able to do some support to them in
mm,
terms of developing a mindset in people to be future ready. Okay,
mm,
through our training interventions,
mhm,
because each of these companies will have specific challenges or specific problems associated with their work scenarios. Nobody is
mm.
perfect, as you know. No,
Yes.
anybody there is a room for improvement. So
Right.
we discuss at length. We understand the problems, issues at grassroots level, and then we design programs.
Mhm,
Okay, it is a joint approach from
mhm,
the L&D team and the our expert from the Reinvent systems. It's a
mhm.
joint approach because you cannot make a standard model for all the companies. Okay,
Right.
it has to be specific, it has to be unique, and it need to make value addition to the company. I would say
Mm.
return on investment. So what we
Okay.
do is, the more we understand about the company philosophy, culture, people, process, the more value addition we will be able to make in our
Mm,
intervention. So we are very particular to go deep to understand
mhm,
at the ground level the realities, what is happening in the company, and what
mm,
they look for, and each of the training interventions, how it should reflect at the workplace. Because
mm.
we don't just vanish with a training program. We
Yeah.
associated with the company, ensure that the learnings are applied at workplace. We have our own management practices, models to
Okay.
ensure that
Mm,
people are able to deliver
mhm,
what is expected of them, because
mm,
some programs are skill building programs, okay,
mhm.
in which it might require a longer training, not 1 day training or 2 day training. it's a
Okay.
it's a kind of a journey together. So
Mm,
we associated with the company for a journey together. We ensure that the experience is smooth, and the what they expect of through these interventions are achieved at the final uh, culmination of the training program. And we
okay.
do sometimes we do retraining also. Sometimes we see that certain, because all the people do not have the same levels of competency, so it
Mm.
differs, no. Some
Yes.
people pick fast, some people are able to apply it at the work front, but
Mhm,
some may require more time, more
mhm,
training, more mindset correction, more
mm,
skill set correction. So we are focusing on all these so that the last person of the company is able to deliver to the expected levels.
okay.
Because all these companies have something called the SMART goals, which
Mm,
has to be specific, measurable, achievable,
mm,
relevant, and time bound. Okay,
mm.
so all these we call it KPIs or KRAs, key result areas. So
Okay.
these are defined properly based on the competencies of the people. Then
Mhm,
we ensure that what are the requirements of the job and the
mhm,
competences of the people are matching together. If there
mm,
is a mismatch, we focus
mhm.
on that. We will even
Okay.
guide the company, okay, these kind of interventions would be more meaningful. Even
Mhm.
sometimes we have this is a personal touch, Sarah. I would say
Yes.
the companies for what I associate, I
Mm,
have a freedom to open out. They have given
mm.
me the freedom to open out. They have
Okay.
given me the freedom to speak out. If they
Mhm,
are not going in their approach, there is a deviation required. I have the freedom to open out and share it with them. If they like,
mhm.
they will take it, and we design the programs which are
Okay.
very meaningful and fruitful. And
Mhm,
I have also made clear to these companies that it is not the commercials or the money what matters. It
mm.
is it is all about doing a decent, perfect job to the company.
Right.
So
Mm,
though we remain partners in the learning journey, people
mhm.
development journey. So that is my motto and that is my approach.
Okay.
Yeah,
Great.
yeah,
So, like, suppose if any company, like, when they approach you, what is, you might be having, like, see, basically, we follow one kind of, a kind of format. Of course, how much of a personal touch we have a
yeah.
kind of format. So, basically, what initial stage, what strategies do you recommend for a company who's looking to build a strong and resilient workplace culture, because see, it's not always about, of course it is about the trainings, because they need to make their staff, their employees skill set based on what their company belongs to, whether if it's a car company, whether it's an IT company, or whether it's any XYZ company. So based on that, they would be telling you that these are the skill sets our employees need to get advanced in and all that stuff.
Yeah,
In spite of that, what is the one strategy which you recommend the companies, like, let them have them as their SOP,
yeah, yeah,
something which is
yeah,
that, what do you
yeah.
recommend?
So I would say, gone are the days when people come for training, have
Mm-hmm.
some people know, some traditional companies I have seen afternoon people doze also after having a good food. They
Mm.
doze, they enjoy the training. Okay.
Yes.
Now the approach has changed.
Mm-hmm.
When a person is selected for a training,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the company really mean that he wants to really develop some skills attached to his job,
Mm-hmm.
and that skills, after the training he is able to apply to the job. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
then it should reflect in performance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it is, everything is measurable, even behavior change is also measurable.
Mm.
Not that only production and process everything is
Yes.
measurable. Every,
Mm.
even office also, the performance of every employee, each and every employee can be measured. Okay,
Mm.
so what we try to do, because the organization should first develop a kind of psychological safety for the employees.
Mm-hmm.
Psychological safety, in some companies you see there is a job threat, so
Yeah.
people are focused on achieving that goals, achieving that work, and they
Mm.
don't mind much, they don't mind spare much time on personal or professional development.
Mm.
So for them it is only achieving the target, otherwise I will lose my job.
Yes.
So so now our attempt is to change that scenario. It is
Mm-hmm.
that only if you are worth for the company pay you a salary, company has
Mm-hmm.
some expectation on you,
Yeah.
only if you do justice, you are
Mm.
making a value addition to the company. Otherwise you are a liability to the company. Okay,
Right.
gone are all those motivational sentences, motivational jargons, everything. People need to
Correct.
deliver. People need to
Mm.
deliver. End of the day. Okay, so we are equipping the the company as well as the
Mm-hmm.
workforce to deliver what is expected of them in a highly inspiring manner.
Mm.
So, inspiring, how do you deliver in an inspiring
Yeah.
manner?
Inspect.
You
Mm.
should have the right mindset. You should have
Mm.
the right thinking. You should have the right problem solving skills. You should have the
Right.
right decision making skills. So
Right.
these are, so what, from our, thanks to my our facilitators, they have worked with hundreds of organizations,
Mm-hmm.
and they have developed their own models and practices which are market best. Okay,
Mm.
so we are able to apply these specific to each industry. So
Mm-hmm.
we ensure that each of the participant develop these skill sets which are
Mm.
requirements, basic requirements of the job. that is
Okay.
that is the basic level I am telling. Now there
Mm.
is some level called intermediate and advanced. See,
Mm.
you are not supposed to deliver only what is expected of you. You can do beyond that.
Right.
We call it ABCD, above and beyond the call of duty. Above
Mm.
and beyond the call of duty.
Call of
That
duty.
means
Okay.
that means you will surprise your supervisor with your performance.
Mm.
Even he will be surprised with your
Yeah.
performance. He has some expectation about you, because that is
Mm.
why the human. I would say I would rate in any works in your workplace, only 20 to 30% of the human potential is being utilized.
Okay.
Balance 70% is unutilized. So
Mm.
human potential is
Mm-hmm.
so vast that they can do miracles. But how can they do miracles? They should be inspired to do that miracle. Okay,
Mm.
so you
And
should
we need to
create.
understand what is each and every human skills, what is he or she is good at.
That is one aspect. Second aspect is the culture
Mm.
and the atmosphere existing in the company. company,
Mhm.
whether you are given proper dignity, whether the
Mm.
management trusts you, whether the management provides you right sets of tools and
Mm.
trainings, then with all these put together, you can, beyond the expectation, you will be able to deliver. Okay, the results,
Mm.
I would say. So
Got it.
our point is to make people, do extraordinary results,
Mhm.
extraordinary results. Okay,
Mm.
so even ordinary people doing extraordinary results is
Mm.
our motto in Reinvent system. We are so
Okay.
much committed to people development.
Mm.
And from my experience, I would say in
Mm.
companies, I told you about unheard ethos. The success of
Yes.
leadership, the success of HR lies in
Mm.
sensing that unheard ethos and
Mm.
do proactive actions. In certain companies, I have created some group called value champions. Value
Okay.
champions are people, because every time as an HR leader, I go and speak to the people, it is a
Mm.
routine affair. A routine affair.
Yes.
People may listen, may not listen, because it
Yeah.
is my duty as a leader. I am going and speaking to them. But
Mm.
if I am able to develop such leaders at the bottom level,
Mm.
so we make some group called value champions. They are the
Okay.
ambassadors of the company. They all the
Mhm.
time speak good about the company, why we
Okay.
exist. If the company succeed, what is good for you, what is good for your family, what is
Mhm.
good for the people depending on you. So they
Okay.
continuously preach about positive energy, positive vibes across the company. So these
Okay.
value champions do a wonderful job because people listen to these value champions
Okay.
rather than the CEO of the company is speaking, you should be proper, you should deliver proper
Yes.
work, you should be high performer like that. These
Mhm.
value champions preach such things. It has an
Okay.
amazing result. That is my experience. Yeah,
So you basically create this value champions.
exactly. We created that OD, we call Organizational Development Initiative called Value
Okay.
Champions.
Okay.
So
So you
they are a
identify
group
the
of,
people who should be in that value champions, and then they do.
make them they do positive, they spread positive energy across the company. They
Okay.
are a cross-functional team. They
Mm-hmm.
do wonderful job going across the people, speaking always about sensing their issues,
Mm-hmm.
communicating to HR, getting
Mm-hmm.
rid of those issues. So it becomes a kind of, no, I am what I am because of you. That kind of culture. You heard of Ubuntu philosophy,
Yeah.
Ubuntu, I am what I am because of you. So that
Yes.
kind of culture, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
positive vibe is created within the company. So
Mm-hmm.
only then you will the company, only then as a professional within the company, you will be able to succeed. Otherwise, it is all about, coming, doing some job, telling that
Yes.
I'm so and so in a big company, I'm
Yeah.
drawing six-figure, seven-figure salaries. But what is the use? It should
Mm.
be meaningful, whatever we do, because
Yeah.
all
Should be
these,
meaningful, and you should be satisfied with what you do. If the
exactly, all the,
satisfaction is not there,
yeah, it
then
is
there's
all
no point
about,
of doing it.
it is about you are able to do justice to your conscience.
Hmm.
So,
Absolutely right.
yeah, that is my take on this.
Okay. One more
Yeah,
question which I have. See, basically, our main motto of having this channel was actually to make people know that, how entrepreneurs are growing up. They're changing from their job routine, and then they're coming to entrepreneurship, and that's how you have also done that. You have been into 35 years of HR and other industries and all that stuff, and now
yeah,
that you have started your own venture and all that stuff.
yeah,
So, how do you feel, Vanessa, to be into becoming an entrepreneur? Because see, earlier your 35 years experience, you were working with multiple companies,
yeah,
so it was totally a different. Now you are the main, you are your entrepreneur, you are your own boss. How does it feel from that journey to this journey? What is your experience in it? Because we are basically looking out. It's an entrepreneur world now, and everyone wants to become an entrepreneur with their startup, big idea, small idea, or just cracking a new idea, whatsoever it is. How was
yeah.
your experience in getting into this entrepreneurial journey?
See, it is all about, it is not to make a business out of it, or it is not to make money out of it. I started
Hmm.
this venture with the
Okay.
sole objective of uh, keeping myself do something good for the society,
Mm-hmm.
keeping myself do something value addition to the budding
Mm,
professionals, young professionals.
mhm,
And each of the training programs, when it clicks, we are able to
mm,
do some value addition. I feel
mm,
happy. I feel happy. I feel satisfied. And
mhm,
it is all about next time I think of improving it further, improving
mm,
it further. Okay.
mm,
So, how can I maximize my delivery to each organization? How can
mm,
I keep myself updated of the latest developments in the business? How
mm.
can I make the people also able to perform what is expected of them through
Right.
sharing my experience, whatever may
Mm,
be some our experience, because what makes importance is the hands-on experience.
mm.
Mean,
Right.
I have associated with a lot of facilitators, but they are
Mm,
very good orators, they are very good presenters. Uh, but what we do is we
mhm,
mix it with the hands-on industry experience.
mm.
So we jointly develop programs. Sometimes they check with me, sir, can you provide a case study? So, for
Okay.
example, I'm telling I have been in construction industry, CPC industries, heading HR for the last
Mm.
15 years. 15
Okay.
years. And I've come across many issues which are
Mhm,
happening at site, hands-on.
mm,
So what we do is whenever I associate with a client in the similar
mm.
domain, I share these experiences. So it is easy for them to tap it and
Okay.
then do the corrective actions, because I have the solutions also when they come
Mm,
across, be it resource management, be it conflict management, be it accepting a new boss, be it mingling with the people. It can be any kind of challenges. So
mm.
we have the hands-on solutions
Okay.
to address those issues.
Mhm.
Similarly, each of the industry have their own unique challenges.
Yes.
So we are able to sense it from our hands-on experience. We are
Mhm,
able to design and develop this course framework based on that. And many of our programs we focus on experiential learning, not just theoretical learning. We do
yeah.
hands-on experiential learning. We see, as you said, you can you can forget what somebody said, you can forget what somebody did to you, but you will never forget how they make you experience it. So
Yes.
it is all about this. It is like we make the people experience what we are
Mm.
trying to teach them. So they
Right.
will never forget it. They go motivated, and
Mm.
they sometimes they come back to us also.
Mhm,
We have that personal kind of freedom to approach
mm.
us and further learn. Sometimes we unlearn also. Sometimes
Mm.
there is something called unlearn.
Okay.
Learn, unlearn,
And
and
unlearn.
relearn,
Okay.
relearn, relearn. Sometimes
Okay.
you may be in a particular set of mind. You have to erase your thinking
Mm.
completely, and you have to adapt to the new thinking style. If you have to
Mm.
do justice to your new role, some companies are like that because there are a lot of mergers. Companies merge each other.
Mm.
Then the new culture will be formed. There is something
Yes.
called acculturation, the culture of the
Yes.
old company, culture of the new company. Then see how people will be equipped to this change management is the
Mm.
most important thing. So we make
True.
the people adapt to
Mm.
these new changes. Okay,
Okay.
there are techniques, there are certain skill sets required,
Yes.
and we make them adapt to that. So
Mhm,
this is the way the journey is going smooth, and every day I'm finding it more eventful,
mhm.
and even I am being squeezed to the maximum, because the
Okay.
companies you mentioned, they are
Yes.
all world leaders, and
Mm.
their expectations are top, very high.
Yes. Very high.
So
Yeah.
we have to raise our bar to meet those expectations. That
Right.
is inspiring for me. And so far, okay, we have received very high feedback about our programs. People
Okay.
are inspired,
Mhm.
and they have expressed that also.
Okay.
And having said, some more can be done in those areas. We are working
Mhm.
towards that. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm actually thankful to you, Sarah, because I know that uh, as a young professional, we know each other. I but
Yes.
we may not be seeing, but
Yes.
I have heard of you, and you have faced, you have come through a lot of challenges in your life, and
Yeah.
it is because of your. Sometimes I think of taking you, making you as a case study to some when people face issues, they speak
Mm.
about the challenges in their job. So
Mm.
I sometimes I think of you as a
Okay.
person who has experienced lot of crises, lot of challenges,
Mm.
and you never stopped. You are tied over all those
Yeah.
crises. You could come out success. You could come out victorious. And
Mm.
when I think of you, Sarah is in this field today, but it is not so. You are already jumped to another field, doing some valuation in that field. So it is a
Yeah.
you are a multi-talented professional. I am happy
Thank you.
that you are sharing these thoughts. Allow me to share these thoughts with you,
Yeah.
and I look forward to success, and I look forward to our success, and I look forward to the success of the client organizations and the people
Yes.
whom I am associated with. Yeah,
Thank you so much for your words. And really, it was an insightful session that we have been. It's a huge thank you to you for sharing your wisdom, your experiences, your practical strategies, the leaderships, the HR transformation, and the future of work. Because present, past, what has happened, present, what is happening is what we are seeing, we have seen. But what is the future of work is what you have shared with us, your journey, your contributions, from leading global teams to founding the Reinvent systems. That's really truly inspiring. See, because you are a person, you have just not taken your experience and then kept it with you. You
yeah,
have actually gone forward, and you're sharing this with the people who really are in need, or maybe they don't know they wanted this, and you are opening the doors for them. So that's really this thing. So to our amazing audience, I would say that hope you found this session valuable. And if you're looking to evaluate your leadership game, transform your workplace, do check out with Reinvent Systems for world class training, consulting solutions, because it's not about certificate, it's about experiences. And I feel there is nothing better than the experience. When you have an experienced person, usually, yeah, we have to give a chance to freshers. But then when we have already been established and we are looking our team to build up, to get on to that skills, then I think Reinvent Systems is the best platform where you should connect with. So thank you all for tuning in. Stay connected, keep learning, and we'll see you in our next session with our Dr. Prathanama, who's basically a gynecologist, and she is into the breast cancer research. We would be catching her up on this Sunday at 1 p.m. So until then, you take care and keep striving for excellence. If you would like to join on my YouTube channel, if you have a story of yours to share, please do connect with me. I would love to have you on my channel and show up your story to the audience there. Thank you once again, Vinay Kumar, sir, for giving us your time.
thank you, Sarah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.